Alright, according to these Autobots, someone has the Matrix. I'd like to find out who.
This all sounds stupid!
I know, but I'm allowing it. This is either incredibly stupid and entertaining, or something odd to take seriously.
But why should they find it? Wouldn't you want it instead?
I was hoping to become a Prime, but it was passed on to an Autobot. It reminds me of the pain, the anger. I do not wish to have it in my premises.
You're just a bundle of joy.
This is your last chance to come forward.
I really don't care to grab it. I have no use for it either.
It'd be really badass if I had the Matrix. But I'm already badass enough.
Are you?
I smell a hint of jealousy.
Is that coming from you?
I'd clap at the creativity of that comeback, but I physically can't.
I have the Matrix? Really? Yes. And all the sequels. All of its glorified glory and CGI that looked bad from the start.
What's that?
It's a machine that'll detect the signature of the Matrix.
Should we check inside the lockers?
Oh, I've always peeped in the guys' lockers, but now to get up close and personal to one.
You're a guy. You can come in at any time.
Yeah, but the cheese breaks down.
What? I'm getting a signal from this one.
Mine? I hardly even check that thing.
Well then.
Is that it? I thought it would be bigger.
The Matrix!
How did that get in there?
How could you?
I have no idea what's going on.
No more games, Starscream!
Could someone tell me what's going on?
I know. Teletran 3 tracked a Decepticon entering the base, but we never could find the con. And I thought it was just a bug. I guess that was Starscream. And I guess that was the time Optimus first retired. He was drinking that night. And the thought of giving away the Matrix messed with his mind so much, he gave it to the first person he saw. Starscream just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Starscream was one who'd watched over the war for so long. In doing so, he must have caught on some activities and traits Optimus did as a leader, and decided to feed that to Magnus in secret. Although, Magnus isn't great at taking advice or giving it.
But why, Captain Crosshairs?
Don't call me that again. Anyways, because he didn't know who would win the war, he thought if he stayed true to the Decepticons and they win, he'd be on the side that would win. But if the Autobots would win, he was trusted with the Matrix. He would reveal himself to be on our team. He played both sides. He played us all just for analyzing Optimus and for being in the right place and time.
You can't believe this, Galvatron.
Get him out of my sight!
What? Galvatron, you can't believe this. I'm loyal. Isn't that enough for you? Galvatron! Ah!
Well, shit.
Galvatron,
That's enough, Starscream!
No, it's not. I'm tired of constantly having you scratch me with the deepest of claws, you little twat. I will remain supreme. I am Lord Starscream!
Booyah!
Get him out of my sight!
Come on, Starscream, time to be imprisoned.
What's that smell? Is that coming from Starscream's locker?
Well, you have your Matrix. Now please leave the premises!
But it's broken.
And what do you want me to do about that?
Autobots, let's go.
Another mystery solved. Who wants to go to Denny's to celebrate?
Well, since he's out of the picture, can I be second in command?
I have a lot to think about, Lugnut.
I understand.
You coming?
Huh?
He fooled us. It's time I got my revenge.
Annual beating? Starscream went from commander to prison whore?
I'm Gar. I only know one thing. Garbage!
Is there a doctor?
I'm a doctor.
Doctor, how may I heal?
Oh, sorry, I meant to say dentist. See, there's this tooth that was damaged in the war.
Dentists aren't doctors!
Want a short ratchet fit for the Generations Legend scale? Mech Planet's got your back with multiple characters in the scale, including Bumblebee, Soundwave, and more. Mech Planet created a line of hot soldier toys under the sub G1 style toy line fit for the passionate collector. But did they do good with the classic medic? I want to take a look at the box. Apparently designed by Spike Art. You can tell because the bottom has their logo with what looks like an ominous, scary Lego head. The packaging seems to be based on classic reissue packaging art. The side with the colors and nostalgic grid seems to be based on the commemorative series, but the other more blank white side seems to be based on collector reissue boxes. I like it. Seeing a somewhat older, no longer used style on the newer toy keeps your attention. It makes you want to display the toy with the box. You just need the shelf space for it. Also, the instructions are designed to fit the aesthetic of the original instructions from the old toys. Oh, you sneaky Sandra! And the card too, but no medical license. Ratchet, or the third-party term for the toy, Medical Officer Ambulance, transforms into, well, an ambulance. If you wonder where he got the name, you're probably not the sharpest tool in the shed. It's got some molded detail with the handles and headlights, and some paint with the silver and red stripe, but it is utterly simple. A basic van with detachable siren lights. However, I'm not complaining. It's based on an old cartoon. It doesn't need flames or excessive detail, just be a van. Wheels roll supposedly. Even in rough terrain, the wheels just don't care. They'll do their own thing. Weapons can be stored on the bottom, as shown in the instructions, but there's more you can do. You can swap out the blasters for the tools if you prefer, and you can take the missile thing and attach it to the top, but be careful when moving it side to side. Just how it's designed, it might break. Don't hold it from the gun, hold it from the base of the bar at the peg. As well, you can take the roof section, plug the little laser, and hide it into the car. Speaking of which, yeah, there's parts forming, and it's held pretty tightly. Sometimes I feel like I'm gonna break it when I remove it. Boo! And these little bits that don't really have anywhere to go, boo! You can, however, put it in the Ziploc bags. Aside from that, I do have some criticisms on the figure. The joints on the windows really affect the look, and it's distracting. If they continued the blue on the windows, I would be fine. Also, the back's missing some paint applications, but that could be for the robot mode. I like the shape, simple but enjoyable. Still not a perfect alt mode, but it does the job. Robot mode! Ambulance in robot mode is just a Ratchet passion project. Loads of white with red splashes, and the big screen chest iconic to the mold. Look at the head, white with a silver face and a classic oversized eyebrow that'll make you go, oh, Hoga, did you trim the unibrow? Very slimming. Did someone say articulation? Ball jointed head, ball joint shoulders, ball joint elbows, ball joint hips, rotation below, and a hinged knee with another joint below. The legs are pretty blank, not much going on paint-wise. I know painting the windows blue may not be everyone's thing for the alt mode because then you have two blue kneecaps. Oh well, lesser of the two evils. The panels on the side of the legs would be better if they used it to fill the back, but I'm not upset. Also, the chest can pop out for chest exposure? These arm panels don't bother me either, but I don't like the transformation joint here in the shoulders. Way too tight for my taste. I feel like it could snap. This roof piece has nowhere to go. It does have a use while the toy's in robot mode, but at least a peg attaching this to the back would be great. Now for some accessories! And sit there and shut up because there's a lot of them. Two blasters mirrored between each. Some laser gun with a hole in the top. You can add weapons to this, but the peg's tight. A couple of tools, a welding torch, and a wrench. And last but not least, some rocket thing with an arm extension. You can plug any of these to the hand, I mean, what use would they be if you can't, and plug them onto the back. I like to use the rocket that can go over the head. But what the fuck is up with the roof? Do I just throw it away like last week's sports car for a spoiled YouTube brat? You can add these additional treads and the siren on the top, and use this to store the extra weapons. This is based on the original weapons platform for the Ratchet and Ironhide toy, but there's too much parts forming and not enough actual forming.
You could also tab the tools and the weapons onto the legs, but nobody loves me.
If there's one thing I hate from the weapons, it's that the pegs are not the right size to be used with the other figures. So don't try to add official weapons to Ratchet's hands. You will more than likely break it and sob in your warm cinnamon milk. Look at those toes! They're just so cute, I just wanna... fuck them! I need to point out, the instructions skip out on a few things. Most notably, the abdomen opens up to unlock the waist rotation joint. They don't even mention that you have to leave it open. More like, figure it out for yourself.
Alright, so it's pretty hard to open up. All you need to do is just open it slightly, just to get those tabs out of the way. Then you're able to rotate that. You might want to do it slowly just to make sure that those tabs are out of the way. And then you do have to open that up to form the alt mode. Or, whatever that is.
Big Ratchet fan? Legends fan? I'd say this is pretty alright, but it could be way better. I'm not sure about some of the choices, but I feel they should have took a bit more time looking into this. It's not bad, far from it, despite that I broke a tab on the siren. Oops! Just feel like it's not up to its full potential. Plus, I don't trust a medic with the tray full of guns. Medical license!
You guys went to the Decepticon base?
Yeah? Why?
You didn't take me!
I thought you didn't want to come.
You know I want to be included! I think he needs a buddy. A butt buddy!
You go do that.
It's not a sausage fest, but it'll do!
So? Did you start destroying their shit until they told you where the Matrix was? Breaking their Pez dispensers till they gave you what you want?
Oh, we got the Matrix all right, and it got exploded. Starscream blew it up.
The only ones who were fighting were the Decepticons with each other.
So they made them fight each other. Classic.
I'm just glad I don't have to go looking for the thing.
You didn't do it in secret?
I can't interrogate everyone in secret.
You still didn't.
At least I did my job.
Me too.
Don't help. I'm just glad I can go back to not giving a shit about anyone.
But what about our friendship?
Yeah, like that was a thing.
Oh.
Wheeltrack, is there anything you could do to repair this? The Matrix of Leadership. I'll see what I can do. I can't help but feel like I'm forgetting something.
Please get me out! I want my sphincter intact!
You're the only one in there.
What about the rats?
This is New York, I think.
Enough! Starscream, please explain why I shouldn't tear your face off.
I'd say do it anyways.
Please, I'd like to hear what Starscream has to say.
Thank you.
We're not friends you two, Tommy whore! I'll strap you to the fridge and do things to your body you never imagined, you cocklemon fucker!
Anyways, I have no idea how that Matrix must have gotten in there.
What, did you do it by yourself?
Ghost!
It wasn't ghosts.
What do you think? Some Autobot did this?
Well, your sink is fixed, though Laserbeak crapped on your magazines, though it's clear, so I'm not sure it's... Oh. Hi, Galvatron.
What is this Autobot doing here?
Autobot? Who? Him? I thought he was yours and Starscream's divorce lawyer.
At what point did you think me and Starscream were that close?
Isn't he a woman?
No.
Wait, you're a dude? I've been playing hard to get for nothing?
That's what you were doing?
No, I fucking hate you.
Time to burn some pictures. And my hand. And my life-size Screamer blow-up doll that I got from Comic-Con.
That's messed up.
Fuck what?
This Autobot must have planted the Matrix.
So, is Optimus still a Prime?
Concerning he was drunk before, I don't think so.
Well, I probably should mention. I told this Autobot about the Viacom program.
Well, looks like we're activating those Viacons since the element of surprise is gone. Free Starscream, and take this Autobot as captive.
The Autobots left their tracking device. We can find the Matrix with this.
Perfect. I've had enough of this hide-and-seek. Let's go find a prime.
Hello guys, what's up? I'm Brian, and today we've got an unboxing. And today it was sent from Toys R Us. I mean, I bought it, but still, it's from there. And in this unboxing, don't expect any new Power of the Primes toys. I didn't buy them. All they had was like the Starscream, everything else I had. And the Starscream I wasn't sure if I wanted, but I ended up getting it at Walmart anyway, so... Let's go ahead and open this up, and there's no Toys R Us label. In fact, the box is kind of crap. There's the tape. You stick that on the camera so it's out of my way. And let's open it up, and there are two things inside here, and oh, one of them is looking very pretty! We got a couple of papers, first off, but it's shit no one cares about. And is that it? The last time I ordered from Toys R Us, I got coupons, so that's weird. Alright, the first thing we've got is Transformers The Last Knight Infernicus, which is which has a much bigger box than I was expecting. Only a Toys R Us exclusive, and yes, I will be doing an opening video on this eventually on one of the channels. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's not the biggest of bots, it could be bigger, but you know what? I'm liking what I'm seeing. Okay, ugly mug, look at the face. And last but not least for this haul, I mentioned in a live stream that unfortunately I didn't get this. But I did, and I lied. Is Transformers Titans Returns Overlord. I had said in the live stream that it was too late. They already sold out on this, but I got it anyway. So, yeah. Oh god, that's so cool. I wanted an Overlord figure for the longest time, and finally they did it. It looks gorgeous. So that's pretty much it. Just the two things. You know, there's nothing else going on in this box except for cardboard. Those two things, but they're pretty cool. I think I got them for like almost half off. They were already on the sale, and then I also got like 20 bucks off it and free shipping and everything with the wholesale and everything going on. I think I paid like 30 bucks for this and then what, 25 for this? I'd say that's a pretty good deal for a couple of figures. Anyways, with that said, I thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe to those fun do that. I'll see you guys next time. You look puzzled. Hey, Shockwave. I'm just waiting for news. I'm just on the edge of my seat waiting for the new Dark Moon toys. I mean, where's the Dreads? Where's Leadfoot? Where's the other ones I want? I hate to say it, but Dark Moon came out many years ago. The probability of a new figure or not— DINO! Oh, finally! Hasbro smartened up and gave us the new Autobot characters from Dark the Moon, the third Bay-directed film. Oh, hold up. Oh, this is a third-party toy? Damn, I was hoping Hasbro realized this untapped market of movie characters to give us new toys. Hi, Studio Series. Well, we had enough waiting, and a Takara repaint of Sideways isn't gonna cut it. So, a third-party company called Alien Attack Toys created a representation similar to Mirage, or Dino. Still a dumb name, all I can think of is the pet from Rock Simpsons. The not Mirage is called Firage, a twist combined of the names Ferrari and Mirage. After these long years, we've got the character people wanted, and then forgot. And then forgot why we even wanted it.
Does it live up to the hope? Yep, we're taking a look at the box. Simple in the white cardboard, but decorative, with a nice illustration of Firage's face seemingly painted on beautifully in a brush-stroke style. Not much going on with the sides, but the back of the box shows the figure, few of the accessories, and an advertisement for the product released after. I like it, but I'm worried I'm gonna spill my Coke on it or get my grubby fingerprints all over it. Figure includes a card with an image matching the box art in the same paint stroke style with the back showing stats. Also instructions, which can come in handy more than you think, and a bag of fingers. It's a lot less creepy than you think. Firage transforms into a car that looks like a Ferrari, feels like a Ferrari, smells like a Ferrari, but is totally not a Ferrari 458 Italia at all. It looks pretty good with the slick and curvy shape. Check this out, rubber wheels. Oh, so underused in toys today, and it makes me happy. However, if the toy's not transformed or stuffed correctly, it'll cause drag. You can adjust them if you need because they're on hinges for the transformation. If everything works, it's as smooth as gooey chocolate cheesecake. There's no way of storing the weapons or adding them to the figure. It's good because you don't get the holes all over the place like the Mech tech stuff, but the car feels a little plain. I think the blades would make it more exciting, but that's just the kid in me saying, ooh, toy. I'm not a fan of the mirrors molded in plastic. Should have been rubber at the risk of breaking it, especially for the transformation. Speaking of which, there's a few things I need to mention. There's some things in the transformation the instructions doesn't really explain or is easily missed. Watch out for this step, which is weirdly upside down, and follow how the arms and legs are supposed to go. Also, the toes are supposed to move up, and this gray hinge bit on the arm is supposed to flip down, something the instructions missed on. Alright, quick little update. There's these little side things on the feet that move, and I thought you had to close them up, but if you leave them open, this one slightly and this one about halfway, and then close this back up, the feet have more room to go in, and now you don't really have a clearance issue. Yeah, just be patient with it. There's a lot going on. Especially keep an eye on the back trying to get this bumper in with the toes pushing against it. And this might just be mine, but one of the rear sides does not want to plug fully into the hole. But suddenly in the review, it's fine, of course. Damn it! This figure is not packaged in this mode, so you're likely gonna struggle, but when you get it right, it's a sexy mofo. With plenty of molded and painted detail in the back. Gotta appreciate and love that like newborn kittens. Yes, you can see the panels inside the windows. At least the back just looks like engine detail. Speaking of which, the windows are smoky transparent plastic, but the headlights are clear transparent plastic. Damn son, where'd you find this? The alt mode looks the part, but it's totally not Ferrari. Totally not. Hush up, you frog-faced car. A few things are questionable, and if you haven't transformed it right, it's so stuffed that one wrong or slightly off thing can make a difference. Still, this is a fun little solid car. Robot mode. Firage in robot mode is pretty slick looking. A little scary too, like a red cat giving you the stink eye. I bet you're wondering why the red color. Well, that's so bad guys don't see me spill strawberry jam. Gotta commend their work. The detailing and coloring is wonderfully done for a transforming toy, minus the kibble on the back. But if you know me, you know that I just don't care. If the front of the figure does its job, it's good enough. I would say great paint work, but I can't. That's not to say the paint apps are bad, far from it. But it's mostly different pieces used for separation. For example, the lower arms with the black and gold hinges, gray inner material, and red armor to cover it. It's a good effect. Sadly, because the head is mostly solid red parts, the paint applications feel out of place from the rest of the toy. It's not as sharp, but with eyes like that penetrating your soul, you can get by. Did someone say, Articulation. Ball jointed head, hinged neck, shoulders up and down, tilt side to side, out and in, forward and back, rotation below, double elbow, wrist rotates. 2 joints in the combined fingers, ball jointed thumb, waist rotation, ball jointed hips, rotation below, double hinged knee, ball joint foot, hinged side foot supports, heels and toes move, and I need to catch my breath. Believe it or not, that's not all. These spikes on the back of the legs can be adjusted. Same with these neck things, and the doors, which are supposed to slide into the pegs, but there's too much kibble pushing against it, like a marriage. That was dumb. So much posing options, it's almost too easy to work with. I almost feel like I'm cheating when a figure has the capability to look this good. Chest may be a little round, but hey, awesome boobums you have there. Wish the feet were tighter, sometimes he falls drunk. Oh, and the legs. The top of these clashes with the backpack, but those are some sexy ass legs. I'd like to take him to Disneyland and give him the old goofy, if you know what I'm saying. I'm not allowed anywhere near a theme park. If you didn't think he'd come with weapons, won't you be surprised? These blades can attach to the arms, and would you believe he looks better? These weapons have a bit of articulation on the hinged arms connecting it, and the peg has its own joint. Such dedication. Only issue I have is that the peg isn't strong, but with legs like those, I got distracted. He also comes with these whips. I'm feeling the sexy fever. The ends have a bunch of joints to work with and a wiring that'll go all over the place. Too bad it gets all jumbled up and it's hard to straighten out. Don't remove the peg from the hooks. I made that mistake and now it's hard to keep on. Oopsie poopsie. You can move the gray joint to make it look more connected, and man, he's looking fine. Look, Ma, I'm a chillin'. Now, what's in the bag? Well, you could build articulated fingers from these. Sadly, the instructions do not recommend you using it for the transformation. I don't mind the hands given, they already have more joints than some of the other figures of this size, but if I swap them out, we'll take a look at it right about now. Now for the size. How tall? Screw it. Swapped, I can finally show how mature I am. With the 3 separate points of articulation in each finger and an additional ball joint in the thumb, there's so much you can do. You could rock on, pretend to be Spider-Man, or eat spaghetti with ease because somehow an alien robot with consciousness can be a rough Italian stereotype. The problem I have is that the fingers are so close together and small that it can take a while to fix it in a pose. Once you get the hang of it, it's pretty cool, but I still might opt out for the original hands. There's a metal pin you'll have to slide out, but with the included black pin, it's pretty easy to do. Just wish there was some backing to this, like a rubber end, so it doesn't stab my thumb! Of course you could use a hard surface, but be careful. And now he can write his letters. My dearest Anne, it has been months since I felt your touch. Yet, my deepest love commits that the yearning to return to your arms has been eternal. Someday soon, I will be yours again. Signed, your hopeful love. The thumbs are annoying as hell. The ball joint is way too weak to hold a good pose. I guess they did this so as you remove the thumb, you don't strip any of the joints, but it doesn't work. Now for the big question. I decided to go rebellious against the instructions, and behold, you can transform the toy properly with the new fingers. They don't get in the way, there's nothing pushing against them, nothing has really changed, so why did the instructions say it's best not to do this? I guess the reason for the suggestion is that the fingers are pointed forward with nothing tapping them into the vehicle, so if it gets caught on something, fingertips might fly out, though I've had no issue. You can swap out for the black ones and leave the extra pieces in the included bags. Now for the rest of the review, I will switch back to the original hands. Now for the size. So how tall is he? Well, he's smaller than the Voyager or Masterpiece movie Bumblebee, but slightly taller than a modern deluxe. I know some of you have issue with this not being MP scale, but considering most movie figures are in the deluxe or Voyager scale, I prefer it. I guess it's close closest to hunt for the Decepticon's Bumblebee, which looks good next to it. So is Alien Attack Firage worth the money? Well, it's about $60, and that's a lot for something Hasbro should have done years ago. However, to spawn this little beauty, I'm glad they didn't. I will say the transformation is the least enjoyable part. I like an interesting transformation, but it's so jam-packed that one wrong move could break it or set something off. This is totally for collectors who feel there's an empty slot, and a repaint of Sideways isn't gonna cut it. I'm having so much fun posing this little guy, and even though the transformation isn't fun, it's satisfying to get him in either modes, just like a good job sticker. Yep, totally recommend this to those who are patient, careful, and not some kid having a tantrum for YouTube views or some teenager saying, "It's too hard, you do it." If you have the money and you like the film aesthetic, I think you can still get it at ages 3 and up. I'm not sponsored, but this is where I got Firage, so I wanted to give them a mention. I'd say this is one sexy man worth looking into. I swear I'm straight.
Oh yeah, you're an animal. You're sexy. Damn, no. Okay, maybe. And I'm spent.
I'd just like to take the time to say thank you for checking out the 250th episode of the show.
Guys, did you hear about this new game? It's called Undertale. It's the best thing ever.
What?
Oh my god, I've never heard of it.
I've never heard of this. Tell me more about What is this Undertale?
Okay, you know skeletons? They have them. You know monsters? They have them. But they're pussies. They're spiders.
Do they have a talking flower?
They have. Oh god, the flower. Oh god, the flower. Oh god, the flower.
Do they have a goat mom?
What about they have a skeleton guy in a jacket with some eye thing? I think he's got a tick or something. I don't know.
Don't forget about the goat.
Do they have spiders? Now, Brian, I got the most important question.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does it have mediocre gameplay?
No, but it's the best game ever. Like, except for the best game ever, which is Fight Buddies. Now that's the best.
Oh! Oh god! You son of a bitch!
Max, did you not expect me to say that?
I actually totally expect you to say that, you son of a bitch. I hate you.
Oh my god, all this is just a giant game of, ooh, shots fired, brah.
Welcome to the crew.
You wanted to see me? This Matrix you brought back, it's got a weird energy signature. I haven't seen it before. Well, it's the Matrix, dipshit. It's unlike anything. That's the thing. I've seen the Matrix, and it's big. Like my dick. What are you saying? Only a Prime can understand its power. Only a Prime has the capability to know exactly what signature it has for heat and energy. What the fuck are you saying? You better make some sense now. This isn't the Matrix. Oh?
That's not all. The communications device.
It's a walkie-talkie?
That's a childish toy! Shut your whore gap! This thingamabobber only has a short radius. Shorter than the distance between here and the Decepticon ship.
So the guy must be coming from here and probably strapped a Decepticon logo in hopes to confuse a drunken Optimus Prime. Very confusing, and the plot hole, etc.
And probably fake costume wings. But here's the kicker. This Autobot hasn't contacted me since you've been investigating people.
In case he gets caught, because now he's being looked into.
Or he's been too busy talking to people.
What are you getting at?
Everyone can see through your little carefree act. I know you give a damn about everybody, so who are you trying to fool?
You're the one tied to this investigation. Because Ultra Magnus told me to.
If what we think is true, I think it's pretty funny you found me out.
What do you mean? We know you have the Matrix. That's a load of shit. Also very confusing and questionable. How is it? Well...
The Decepticons are outside.
What?
I've been itching to shoot stuff.
They have great timing.
Don't hurt me!
Make love to me, Bumblebee.
Aw, I love you too! Each and every one of you!
Everyone, cover!
Yeah, let's fight.
Stop dying!
Take cover!
I fight for my buddies.
You're scoffing their hurting cocks!
My fists have guns! And you're sure it's here?
It's telling me it's here.
What do we do?
Well, tell us, oh glorious leader.
I'm not the Prime. Wait, where's Swerve?
Huh. There's a bell outside. Well, time to beat off.
I'm more concerned about these new Decepticons.
I'm not. Have they killed anyone?
Well, no.
And they all look the same. Congrats, Galvatron, you made stormtroopers!
Your food is my style!
So racist.
Autobots, think of something!
Shoot them!
Murder them with kindness!
Arts and crafts?
Skin them alive!
Arrest them for trolling.
Let's put nacho cheese on our dicks during the Super Bowl and separate the men from the boys.
Weirdo.
Prime!
Yeah?
Not you! Where is the new Prime? Show yourself or this Autobot gets it! Enough games!
Cliff Jumper?
Whoever the Prime is, show yourself!
What do we do?
It's you, isn't it?
You want me, Galvatron? Come and get me.
What the legit fuck? This is so confusing!
Oh, hey, Prime! Check it out! I just bought myself a new iTeletran.
Oh, wow, that's great.
Yeah, it is.
I don't care, Ultra Magnus. I don't care about your iTeletran, about your face, about all of this. About I just hate you. You so much. I hate you with a passion. I hate your chipper attitude, and you should know that.
Okay, well, I hope to change that.
You won't.